In October 2000, Nickelodeon aired a TV movie called Crybaby Lane, only aired once and then never again for several years. As a result, the movie became the subject of many internet rumors and urban legends, specifically through sites and forums like that of Creepypasta, which is a popular internet scary story and urban legends website. Nickelodeon and seemingly innocent children's programming have had so-called lost media creepypasta stories made about them for years, where someone will make a story about a children's cartoon such as SpongeBob, and say that there's a lost episode that was made that will never see the light of day because what was made was so graphic and disturbing. These are all fake, of course, just people on the internet trying to go viral. In many cases, people will often play along, saying that they remember seeing the episode air as a kid and how reading about it brought back repressed memories. Of course, these lost episode stories are all fake. Or are they? Around the time these lost episode stories were getting popularity, someone wrote a story called Crybaby Lane, which was about a TV movie made for Nickelodeon that was so scary and disturbing that it caused several children to have nightmares, and many parents called Nickelodeon to complain, which caused them to never air the movie again, and even go so far as to deny that it ever existed in the first place. Now, the difference between this and a typical lost media creepypasta was this time, it was actually real. Kind of. The creepypasta story is a lot more exaggerated, as these things tend to be, but the important thing is the movie did in fact exist, which caused people on sites like Reddit to respond to this story saying they do in fact remember it. A lot of people chalk this up to people just playing along with the story, except yes, the movie was real. It was aired in 2000, which was before things like YouTube or DVR, so there were copies of the movie out there, a movie that, keep in mind, was only aired once. It would have to be on someone's recorded tape all those years ago. Well, eventually someone did find it, and the film was once again aired 11 years later. Nickelodeon was fully aware of the film's urban legend status by this point and took full advantage of it, going so far as to proudly advertise that it was banned, which of course was not true. They just forgot about it because the ratings were so low when it first aired, and they didn't really feel the need to air it because it wasn't based on a popular cartoon or show that was airing. So I finally saw this movie out of curiosity. Is it worthy of its urban legend status? Does it really deserve all the hype? Was it really so disturbing that Nick deserved to ban it? Not really. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the movie, I thought it was a fun ghost story, but it's honestly no more disturbing than a typical episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark, which was still airing when this came out. It's essentially a long episode of that show. It's basically Are You Afraid of the Dark, the movie. Now, I can see why a kid might be scared of this. There is some creepy imagery, but honestly, if they can handle Are You Afraid of the Dark, they can handle this. I thought the story was a good ghost story, though a bit predictable, and it had a few issues. The twist was pretty obvious, and the acting wasn't that great, but I'm still glad I saw it. But this is a case where the urban legend surrounding the movie is far more interesting than the movie itself. But if you're curious about it, you can find the full movie on YouTube. Just know, if you're going in expecting something totally shocking from Nick, you're not going to get it. It's creepy, but it's not totally out of left field for them to air it at the time.